Hello and welcome.
You are watching Comets TV.
I am Shrishita Plial.
And I am Srisha Ghosh.
First, a look at the headlines.
BJP retains Hebbal seat.
A fierce campaign against plastic.
A special feature on the impact of the Student Police Cadet program.
Bangaloreans of all ages run for a cause.
The lotus has bloomed again in Hebbal. The BJP easily retained this seat with its candidate winning the by-poll by more than 19,000 votes. As soon as the counting of votes was over, around 12:30 p.m. today, party activists began setting off firecrackers. Sneha Rudra was there to witness the celebrations.
Hebbal had seen some hectic campaigning in the days leading up to the by-poll on February 13th. The Congress and the BJP, the JDS and other smaller parties all tried their best to woo the voters. But today, when the votes were counted, it was the BJP that emerged triumphant.
I'm very happy today. Even I too never expected such a big margin. I will work out a strategic plan, and I got my own vision to develop this Hebbal as a model constituency.
Because of the low turnout of voters, every party was on tenterhooks. No one could be sure of victory. So when it became clear that BJP was going to retain the seat, there was wild jubilation among the party's supporters.
Educated person.
He is an educated person. He will take care of common man's needs.
This victory is wake-up call for Siddaramaiah and Congress.
So today it's celebration time for the BJP. But 2 days ago, on voting day, the Congress candidate was a picture of confidence.
I'm going to win. The people of Hebbal are going to bless me and they're going to elect me.
Well, the people of Hebbal have spoken and the Congress is not their party of choice. Sorry about that, Mr. Sharif. It's the BJP's day in the sun and its supporters are going to make the most of it. With camera person Meghna Khare and Shrishita Plial, this is Sneha Rudra for Comets TV.
Residents of HSR Layout, Yalanka, Sanjay Nagar and Basavanagar have taken up a task that the government and the city's civic body have not dared to carry out: the banning of plastic bags. Last December, residents of HSR Layout decided that the health hazards caused by plastic outweigh its usefulness, and they got down to working on it. Srisha Ghosh finds out how everyone is working towards making a difference when it comes to saying no to plastic.
The residents of HSR Layout have figured out that plastic bags encourage people to throw away unsegregated waste. Their other concern, burning of plastic in open areas leads to severe air pollution.
When you burn the plastic, one gas is produced, that is dioxin, which is very pollutant and it causes cancer. And even the animals, cows and all, they eat the plastic and produce the milk, which is also again dangerous for the human beings. That's why plastic has to be banned. Since 3-4 years we are doing it and it is yielding fruits now.
So, 2 months ago, residents of HSR Layout held a meeting with the BBMP and took an important decision. No one will use plastic bags henceforth.
We went to every house and we went to every complex and we traders, everybody we requested. They are also cooperating for us. This has been started in HSR. Already we are continued to the Puttenalli. Next week it will be continued to the Vijay Bank layout, Bilekalli. In my constituency, definitely we are going to ban plastic.
Most people are in favor of a ban on plastic, but there are shop owners who say that they are against the ban because it would harm their business.
Because of the local social activist request, we are doing it, but we are not comfortable with it. We don't want to continue it also.
Ironically, business owners like Manoj Shetty perhaps are not aware that a ban on plastic can help them save money.
See, there are two or three kinds of people. One is the shopkeepers. In a way, they're actually very happy because if you see, their plastic consumption has come down drastically, which would mean that they're saving a lot of money. One of the typical example is a meat stall guy who told us that he's saving about 600 to 700 rupees a day on a Sunday just because he says no to plastic. So there are some positive stories, but there are also some of them who may not be very comfortable because we've sort of knit our lives around plastic mostly.
Say no to plastic bags, say yes to cloth bags. That seems to be the mantra, at least in HSR layout. Thanks to a group of citizens and thanks also to the BBMP, the Say No to Plastic campaign has rapidly gained momentum in parts of Bengaluru. Clearly what we have here is a unique version of a public-private partnership. More power to them, we say. With camera persons Meghna Khare and Sriparna Ghosh, this is Shisha Ghosh for Comets TV. 1 year ago, the Karnataka government launched a pilot project with the aim of building a bridge between the police and the citizens. Under the Student Police Cadet program, specialized training is being given to students of government schools in Bengaluru and elsewhere. Dona Day finds out how effective this program has been.
The Student Police Cadet program was launched a year ago after getting the green signal from Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Home Minister K.J. George. The project covers 40 government schools, 35 in Bengaluru and the rest in 3 districts, Mysuru, Madikeri and Shimoga.
The main objective for the police department is we want to have shareholders in the society. The majority of them are having the fear not to feed any informations, otherwise the ignorance which is playing a very vital role among the public, they don't want to come forward to have a hands with the police department. Because information is a power. Therefore, these students going to be our watchdogs, our eyes and ears of the police department in Mufti, in the society.
Government school students studying in class 8 and 9 are being given training under the Student Police Cadet program.
इस ट्रेनिंग से बच्चों को लीडरशिप क्वालिटी बहुत मिल रहा है.
SPC training is providing our school children with leadership skills and guidance. We provide basic training in our school, but this police training has increased their leadership qualities. The children were not so good at the beginning, but this training has led to an improvement.
The 1-hour training sessions are conducted once a week on Saturdays. Students also have to attend 2 special training camps every year. The trainers are chosen by the police department.
Already our students have been given the instructions and guidance how to find out the mischievous things in the society. See, if they are given this idea to them, they can find out who is doing mistake in the society and how to curb it.
The students have been given lessons on criminal acts and disaster management and so on. The training has also given them an insight into what it means to be a police officer.
Yes. The training has inspired me so much that I plan to join the police or the army in future.
The Student Police Cadet training is improving the leadership qualities among the children, and some of them are also planning to join the police force in upcoming years. With camera person Sudeshna Bordhon and Sneha Rudra, this is Dona De reporting for Comets TV.
Hundreds of Bengalurans of all ages gathered at Alsur Lake this morning. Their goal? To mark World Cancer Day by taking part in an event to show their support for children affected by cancer. Soumya Matam reports.
There are children, families, senior citizens and young adults who have decided they want to run for this cause.
I just came to run. So run has always been my passion. Plus I have had few people who had suffered cancer in my family. So I just thought this is a noble cause and I could run for them and create some awareness.
Shortly after 6, the starter's pistol went off and the runners hit the road. It was the start of the 10K run and the 7K event.
It was really awesome. I've enjoyed it. I ran with the guys. I came for 10.5, so I ran 10.5. It was all about the participation. Yeah, and a great cause, so I'm really happy I made it.
1 hour later, it was a turn of school children taking part in the 3K run.
I come for this run every year and it's really nice because there's so much of competition and it's great pleasure running here. It's supporting children's cancer. I think we contribute towards it. Really happy I'm a part of it.
The winners, they were trophies. They could also rest content in the knowledge that they had done their bid for cancer awareness.
Event that you saw today, participated by hundreds of people from various walks of life, it shows that the message that we wanted to convey on this World Cancer Day about 20 to 30% of the death are people who suffer out of cancer. People have to be healthy and they have to be agile, and physical exercise is foremost important for keeping the body healthy.
This has been an exciting day for all those who wanted to run for a cause. Their hope is that every step they took will go a long way towards supporting the little ones suffering from cancer. They're also hopeful that all this will make some difference in the children's lives. With camera person Shrishti Thapliyal and Meghna Kare, this is Soumya Matam reporting for Comets TV.
Coming up after the break,
A heartwarming story of 64 vehicles released from laboratories.
a special report on Bengaluru Bulls and Pro Kabaddi League Season 3.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
What a great way to start Valentine's Day.
Just watch.
Welcome back.
They have spent more than half their lives in cages. But last month, for the first time, they were imprisoned no more. And today, they are all being found loving homes. This is the heartwarming story of 64 beagles released from a testing laboratory in Bengaluru, and the efforts of an NGO to rehabilitate them at special adoption camps. Shrishti Thapliyal visited one of these camps in Sarjapur today and found that animal lovers have been opening their hearts and homes to the rescued canines.
It is a sad fact of life that animal testing is legal. And for dog lovers, it is an even sadder fact that beagles are the most commonly used test subjects.
So they have been used. There are 2-3 reasons. Size-wise, it's a medium-size breed, easy to maintain and easy to manage also. There are not many differences between individual beagles. The normal values for everything, be it the blood values, heart values, or other parameters, you don't find too many variations between individuals.
But for 64 beagles today, life will be transformed because they will never be used as test subjects. Even so, these animals at the adoption camp organized by CUPA have had only limited human contact, and whatever they have had has not been a very friendly one.
We must remember that these are senior dogs. These are all 7+ years of age. While they may look like regular beagles, they have been born and bred in captivity. They have lived their entire life in small metal cages. So the smaller nuances of living in a home, they don't know. They don't come up to people for hugs and kisses.
At the adoption camp, some of the beagles walked around freely. Others were restless and huddled in a corner, unsure of what was happening. There was no way for them to know how lucky they were that the research projects for which they were to be tested had been scrapped. Which is how the dogs happened to be released by the laboratory into the hands of CUPA. And CUPA is now trying to ensure that these little guys get a second chance at life.
We'll be okay. And we love him.
Super happy. We have been adopting a child and this guy is the second one.
Instead of having to raise a new one puppy, it's better to give life to a one which deserves, which needs at the moment.
And it's nice to rehabilitate them, right? Everyone needs a home.
The status, man's best friend, offered them no protection from being locked in the cages of the laboratories. From a life of captivity and silence, these dogs are getting rehabilitated and adopted by families who can give them a forever home. With camera persons Shripanna Ghosh and Ritika, this is Shrishti Thapliyal reporting for Comets TV. Now for some news from the sporting arena. Kantirwa Stadium has been the focus of Kabaddi fans all this week. But sadly for home fans, the Bengaluru Bulls have not been able to put up a good show. In fact, the Bulls have lost 3 of the 5 games they played here. Meghna Kare has a special report in which she also addresses the impact Pro Kabaddi has had this season.
What do the Patna Pirates, Bengal Warriors and Telugu Titans have in common? They have all managed to tame the Bengaluru Bulls this season. Yes, the Bulls have won only 2 games in the Bengaluru leg of the Pro Kabaddi League, but that does not mean their fans have lost all hope.
We wanted to cheer for our team, Bengaluru, and though they lost, har mein jeet hai.
I am a Bangalore die-hard fan. All the 3 seasons I have come for just supporting Bengaluru Bulls. But I think this time the captain Surjit Narwal also is good.
Bengaluru Bulls are now 6th on the points table. That puts them in a tight spot, only 2 places from the bottom. What has gone wrong this year with last year's semi-finalists? Let's talk to the man of the hour, Captain Surjit Narwal. Interestingly, he chooses to begin with a quote from a Shah Rukh Khan film.
हार के जीतने वाले को बाजीगर ही कहते हैं. सभी प्लेयर अच्छा कर रहे हैं.
We are doing well, but we are not at our best. Everyone is trying hard. I have full confidence in my team. We can definitely win.
Narwal also had a message for supporters of the Bengaluru Bulls.
जो कि हम पहले 2 मैच लूज कर चुके थे.
I am so thankful to them. Even after those defeats, they have continued to give us unconditional support.
The Bengaluru Bulls are now heading to Kolkata with other teams for the second leg games. At this point, it may be a good idea to understand what impact the Pro Kabaddi League has had in a nation that seems to think cricket is the only sport worthy of any consideration.
I came to this match to support the game Kabaddi. So, because this Indian game, cricket is one of the laziest games.
It is a sport, and I believe every sport needs to get the same encouragement and support.
So yes, fans are continuing to support Bengaluru Bulls, and they seem to believe that the Pro Kabaddi League is an idea whose time has come. So why have the ticket sales gone down?
So last year people were they wanted to know what is the new thing all about, and this year it is a little less because 6 months prior the previous season was being held. So this year they've made it biannual. There is good demand for games which are on the weekend, and when there are tough oppositions being played, there have been demand.
Overall, the Bengaluru leg of the Pro Kabaddi League was a good one for the fans of the sport. The home team may not have fared too well, but there were enough exciting moments in every game to satisfy everyone. From this year, the Pro Kabaddi League will have 2 seasons a year. Is that going to be too much? You heard Atul Joshi commenting on the lack of the curiosity factor. Those in charge of the game will surely have to think hard about how they are going to prevent viewer fatigue. With camera person Shishti Thapliyal and Sudeshna Bordhan, this is Meghna Khare reporting for Comets TV.
Now, on to our lifestyle segment with Sneha Rudra.
Hello and welcome to City Buzz with me, Sneha Rudra. There's a good news for foodies in Bengaluru. Your favorite dishes now in your neighborhood. Thanks to the food trucks that have sprung up in the city, these food trucks move around from place to place, call them kitchen on wheels. Sudeshna Bardhan has the latest on this revolution. Get it? Now here's Sudeshna.
If you want to experience street food which tastes like food served fresh from a gourmet kitchen, then be on the lookout for a friendly neighborhood food truck.
It's a new trend what is happening in Bangalore, and it's catching up soon. Truck is more fun because you can get to go to different kind of events, whereas the outlet is located in one place and your customers have to come to the place and eat.
Food trucks apparently first came on the scene in the West, in New York, Chicago and London. Now it seems to be the turn of Bengaluru, and we are loving it.
I like the idea of a food truck. It's a bit more dynamic, I feel, somehow, compared to a restaurant.
Probably we can see how they are cooking, they are preparing the things.
It's attractive and roadside walk, and we just enter and we eat, so it's easy and tasty too.
Food trucks are popular not only because they are the new thing in town, but also because they are easier on the wallet.
People choose food trucks over restaurants. It's only for the experience. Again, the pricing is also cheaper.
These food trucks do not stay in one place all the time, obviously. So, how do you locate one? That's easy. Every food truck company has a Facebook page.
All promotions have been done only on Facebook, right? And it's been word of mouth. All the major newspapers also covered us, and a lot of premium events start calling us. And through that, we got the chance to showcase the food truck culture.
It seems clear that food trucks are a hit in Bengaluru. But are they here to stay? There's this little problem about their legality, which leads to other issues.
Food trucks are not legal. It's if the cops come and they don't want to see you on the road, they'll just tell you, okay, now you have to leave, otherwise I'll open a case.
Kitchen on wheels, food truck, call it what you like. The concept has rapidly become popular in Bengaluru. So popular, in fact, it seems as though they have always been part of the city's culture. Foodies have never had it so good. With camera person Meghna Khare and Sneha Rudra, this is Sudeshna Bardhan reporting for Comets TV.
So I hope you enjoyed our lifestyle segment. Now back to the studio.
That's all we have from the news desk for now.
Thank you for joining us. Have a nice weekend.